EGM Network.
Treasure Coast Connector. Connecting residents and businesses of the Treasure Coast. And here's your host, Ellen Contreras.
Welcome to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras. Treasure Coast Connector is the talk show and online community where we put a spotlight on interesting local businesses and resources, then connect them to you, the consumers in the community. Everyone has an interesting story of why they do what they do, and when we learn about what's happening in our own backyard and support local businesses, it strengthens our local economy. For details on the show, links to discounts, promos, past interviews, check out www.tcconnector.com. We are taping this show 2 days before we ring in the new year, and I'm so excited to have three very dynamic businesswomen in the studio with me, two of which have been on the show before, and one who is making her media debut. Okay, we're going to talk about all the wonderful things that we had happen in 2024, things we're looking forward to in 2025. And joining me in the studio today is Libby Wiseman. She is the broker-owner of Luxury Homes of the Treasure Coast and Senior Transition Navigator. And working with her is Michelle Butler. She's a realtor. And Joan Perri, the one who's making her debut, she is a real estate investor and lady of leisure, the true lady of leisure. I just call myself that, hoping it's going to happen. But I pattern myself after her. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have to have a little humor, you know? And if I say that I'm going to be a lady of leisure, gosh darn it, Cindy, one of these days it's going to happen. And Cindy, I just want to say again, because I did this with last week's holiday show, thank you so much for all. Please put your camera on so everybody can see you and you're wonderful. You're not wearing your tiara. It's right there.
I got it right here. Here,
there it is. You got to put it on real quick. All right. And we're, toasting, the new year. I had a bottle of tomato, it's all the same, of Prosecco. And so cheers, ladies, to a wonderful time here today. Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do like a nice bottle of bubbly, as you all know. And thank you so much, ladies, for this tiara.
It looks beautiful on you. It's lovely.
Doesn't it?
Yes. I mean, she did have to raise the camera a little bit to get the whole thing in there. Thank you, Cindy, for all that you do again. Now, ladies, I only partially introduced you, in the beginning because you, Missy Libby, you do a lot. So what I'd love is we're going to start with Libby and just share with us more of who you are and what you do, because there's a lot that goes on and a lot of credentials that you have.
Who am I? Well, as she said, I'm Libby Wiseman. I have been a broker for quite a number of years. Mm-hmm. And just recently, in the last few years, I've become a senior transition navigator. Mm-hmm. And people say, what in the world is that? It is a realtor that helps the seniors and their families. Mm-hmm. You cannot leave the families out. Since I'm a senior myself, I certainly understand these dynamics. And as I went through my husband being in one of the senior communities, mm-hmm. I was asked, aren't you in real estate? And I said, yes. And the marketing director there referred a lady to me. Mm. And that's when the bug hit me that I had to do this.
There's a lot more to it than just the real estate side.
It's not real estate at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, mm-hmm. but it isn't. That's probably the least of the
of all the pieces of everything that you do. And then you're also a probate specialist, too.
Correct. Mm-hmm. Because that's where the family mm-hmm. dynamics really come into play.
Yes.
With all the different children. And you'd be surprised, at least I have been, at the number of seniors that do not have anyone. Mm-hmm. That has totally surprised me in the last year.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad you're there to help. And we're going to get into that in more detail. So when you and I met, Michelle, I loved your email, I be sellin'. And you are a real estate maven. And when you decided to, from Colorado here to Florida, you did talk to, and I pointed you to a lot of who I thought were really good brokers, including Libby. And you said, no, Libby is where I'm going to be.
Yeah.
And it's
she's my girl.
Yes. And I think that you also have a lot of transferable skills when it also comes to dealing with seniors. Because what else do you do? I don't want to say it.
Okay, well,
You
I
say
will.
it.
I'm Michelle C. Butler, and I lost my daughter 6 years ago, so I am kind of a grief professional now. I'm really, really good at grieving. And but I'm also an author, grief author. I've written...
Yes. The please don't say that SH asterisk T.
Correct.
Exclamation mark.
And then also befriending my grief monster. So, and then I took it a step further and started speaking and
The
doing the
counseling
workshops. And now the workshop has grown tremendously. So it's been good this year. We do that at the Center for Spiritual Care. And it's the third Saturday of the month. That's here in Vero Beach. And
then your artwork also.
More are welcome to come.
Very good.
Yeah. Yes, I do artwork also, but honestly, my focus lately has really been with Libby and working with seniors and, just helping them through. It's kind of funny because the first lady that we worked with, she didn't really think that I had a place there because I'm so young. And
God bless her,
whatever,
the cataracts.
right?
Yeah.
She couldn't see.
Yeah.
But I quickly, got into her heart because I do understand grief and I do understand what they're losing and I do understand that side of what they're going through.
And even prepping the adult children where the parents are still here, but who knows how long they're going to be here. So like that all ties in beautifully. And then Joan, as the Lady of Leisure, you and I are fellow New Yorkers, all right?
Absolutely.
And you decided after you were done, working in New York City, you said, I'm done with the rat race. I deserve to live in the land of summer and sunshine.
This is true. and I could do whatever I want when I want.
And I love that. But then after a while, you're like, I want a project or two.
Well,
and you guys have some fun things.
Yes. I wanted a purpose, basically.
Right.
And I met Michelle and we clicked. And I was fortunate enough to be introduced to Libby. And whenever they need me and whatever they need to be done, I'm there to help.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
Lady of Leisure has a lot of hats.
Yes.
And I like that because I like being busy.
You wear them well.
Yeah, well, thank you.
You wear them well.
Thank you. I think it's a New York thing.
And I'm okay that you guys are not wearing tiaras because you did your hair beautifully.
Yeah,
I
thank
understand.
you.
It's
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
They look better on you anyway.
Oh, thank you. And Libby,
Yes.
I
Yes.
love
Oh,
that
and
with
Cindy.
with the
Yes,
silver.
Cindy.
I know. Very, very pretty. Very demure, ladies. Very demure. Yes.
Thanks.
Okay, so now 2024, looking back on it, give me one thing that you were really happy about with 2024 as it relates to like the people that you work with.
I think one of the things, and Michelle can attest to this, is we had a referral from someone that actually did not have a house.
Oh,
That's right. He lived in a 3-room apartment with his wife, and his wife was ill. And being referred to us is because they thought we could help him downsize.
sure.
To move his stuff, and he was scared to death. He didn't know what to get rid of and what to keep. And so we walked him through the process. And during that time, his wife passed away, and he had to finish up everything by himself. But he got
He didn't have
moved.
to because he was with you.
Yeah.
You guys.
Yeah, we were there to support him through everything. And he really appreciated it. And now he's in his 1-bedroom and he's got some of his stuff, but he got rid of the stuff that wasn't
didn't.
necessary.
Yeah.
And is making quite a comeback to him being true to himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I think is very, very good. That was really blessing, which I never would have
done had you had not been the senior transition navigator.
Right.
If you just stayed in that real estate mode,
Right.
which everybody knew you to do for so many years, but word is getting out, Libby, your phone is getting busier and busier with the whole senior transition because people, whether you're the senior yourself or the adult children, there's a lot of moving parts to figuring stuff out. So now how about you for 2024? What was something that you really said, wow, I'm really glad that happened?
Well, I think one of the biggest things was how much my workshop grew and how I've built a community in this area for grievers that is very solid and stable and comforting. And, we all hang out with each other outside of that workshop now too, because we get each other. We understand what it's like to be in that brain. So we started in January and did 4 that first month, and then we started doing it once a month after that. But I've doubled it over the year, and I just think it's really cool. I'm really proud of that.
Well, that's wonderful. And how about you? What was something fun for you this year?
Something fun for me this year was actually reading Michelle's book. Both books.
Yes, that's how you guys
both
met.
The books, and that's how we met. And I texted her, and we met for lunch. The rest is pretty much history. She was very kind to bring me into the fold and teach me, a couple of things, and lets me help whenever needed. So that's a big plus for me.
Yeah.
Just like I said, I needed a purpose. I had my last remaining immediate family pass away.
Oh.
So,
okay,
it's kind of tough being on this earth alone. Not that I'm alone. I have cousins
I know
and
what
friends.
you mean.
But, when you lose your immediate, it's something different. So Michelle, along with Libby, now have given me a purpose.
Well, very good.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And I feel alive again.
Well, very good.
I feel alive again.
And I understand what you mean, because I tell people that I became an orphan 2 weeks before my 50th birthday. My mom passed in 2013. My dad passed in 2018. And you have your parents there, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, now I can really run through the house carrying scissors and nobody's going to punish me. You know what I'm saying? I kid. There's going to be people, I'm going to get email going, that's not funny.
Don't say that.
I just
Don't
tried.
do that at home.
Yeah. I actually did trot across the room with scissors once. I stopped myself halfway going, well, that is very unsafe. I policed myself. Anyway. So what I'd like to, we have to take a break, Cindy. I know she wants me to do that. But what we're going to do, because we're a little further along, if you want to know how to get in touch with these ladies, you have to wait till after the break, and then we'll tell you. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Blue Dolphin Pools strives to provide quality service with a well-trained staff in the field and in the office. They want you to know that your pool or spa investment means much more to them than just another account. They believe you have entrusted them with your investment, and they'll do their best to see that it stays in top condition. Blue Dolphin Pool has been in business over 35 years, setting them apart from the competition. Residential or commercial, Blue Dolphin will keep you in the swim. 567-5853.
Big news, Treasure Coast. Your favorite mortgage team just got even better. Introducing the same trusted faces you know and love, now with Union Home Mortgage.
Hi, this is Shannon Pohl.
Hi, this is Lucy Cranker.
And these high-producing team members bring decades of experience, unwavering honesty, and hearts of gold to every home loan. And here's the best part. Same local processing, underwriting, and appraisers you rely on. Contact Union Home Mortgage.
Visit us online at shannonCpohl.com
and lucycranker.com.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs in all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens and Bollywood. wood. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Family owned and operated since 1991. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street, filled with lots of name brand closeouts and sale items. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day. Sunshine.
Welcome back to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras, and I'm with Libby Wiseman, broker-owner of luxury homes of the Treasure Coast and senior transition navigator. And along with her, working alongside of her, is realtor Michelle Butler and lady of leisure Joan Perri as investor and just project management extraordinaire. We're going to add that to your title. Oh my God, you're going to be so busy in 2025.
Love it.
Good. And that's a really great segue. But before we segue into what we're going to talk about 2025, I teased the 54,000 people that are listening right now with your contact information. How can people find you?
Well, they can go to Luxury Homes of the TreasureCoast.com.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
They can go to seniortransitionnavigator.com. Find us there. We're on Facebook. We're realtors, so we're on the realtor.com.
Of course.
And
your phone number?
Our phone number is 772-783-2800.
Okay.
That's the direct Luxury Homes of the Treasure Coast, but Michelle and I both have independent numbers so that you can contact us at any time. We're neither one clock watchers.
Very good. Of course. Well, you can't be in real estate, except for 3 a.m. Nobody needs to do real estate at 3 a.m., so just don't do that.
I do sometimes.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
If I can't sleep, I got to have something to do.
Very good. And that's why you're painting and writing also.
Yes.
But your phone number, please.
I can be reached also on Facebook, Michelle C. Butler.
.com.
No.
Oh,
yes. MichelleCButler.com. I'm sorry, I forgot about that one. And my phone number is 720-254-4419.
Okay, very good. And Joan Perri.
You can contact me at japerri13@gmail.com.
And it's JAPERRI 13 at gmail.com. Very good. Yes.
And 914-673-5669.
Yeah, you got that New York area code still.
I sure do.
Yeah.
It's Westchester.
Yep, very good. Very good. So now 2025. Yeah, shout out to all the New Yorkers. Half of them are already here in Florida.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. And they're still driving like it. Ooh, people are going to come for me. I don't care. So now 2025, I just want to see what I can do to get Michelle to giggle, because it's just, you don't laugh enough, Michelle.
Oh, I know.
But 2025, you have a lot of really cool things in the works, and you even mentioned one, during the commercial break. So what's going to happen?
Seminars for seniors, strictly. Not everyone could come, but they're going to be geared towards seniors as far as downsizing, decluttering, all the different things that have to transpire, whether they're going into a assisted living community or whether they're just downsizing to a smaller unit someplace.
Yeah, very good. And all of the moving pieces you'll address with them as well. Very good. So they don't feel so alone, because when somebody's living in their home for like 30 years, they have a little bit of, they haven't gone through their stuff. Oh my goodness. And how about you, Michelle? What are you excited about?
This is going to be a crazy year for me because I have so many different things going on, but I'm looking forward to setting up some more workshops, maybe down in Fort Pierce, one down there. And then also more speaking engagements, because that's kind of how the workshops start, it seems like, so the more that I can get out to churches or centers or wherever and speak about grief, the better.
Very good.
And then also, Joan and I are looking into a bed and breakfast. And this has been a dream for a long time, but I think that we will acquire it this year. So she'll talk more about that.
So this bed and breakfast, the two of you ladies have supreme management, business acumen, management skills, customer service. You have it all there to actually operate such a venture. But tell me more about this.
I was born. Excuse me. Excuse me.
That's okay. You're fine.
I was born in the restaurant business.
Yeah.
So I know that business.
Oh,
So the bed and breakfast will be great. And Michelle's a great cook. And whatnot. So we have so much to do there.
Yeah.
Now, it will be from wedding venues to every year families get together for their yearly, outing or whatever.
Yeah.
To grief counseling, to art seminars, because Michelle's an artist.
Oh, my gosh.
And whatnot. So there's going to be a lot of different things, but we just need funding for it because it's very expensive.
Yeah, because your pockets are only,
you only go deep so far.
And that's totally fine. And then I even introduced you to another lady who has been on this show, Isabel, Invest with Isa. So, Isabel Pereira. She has accredited investors. So accredited investors, you need to call Michelle and Joan to get in on this because there's even a property that is like beyond stunning.
But we have our eye on the property.
Okay.
We do.
I like to talk things up. That's just
and
how
it's a dream property.
Yeah.
I literally, when I started dreaming, when I started dreaming was a long time ago, but 3 years ago when I decided I needed to start manifesting this, I drew this property. So we have our eyes and our hearts on something, but
it's a property we fell in love with, and you couldn't help it. It had everything.
Yeah.
Actually, it had everything.
Well,
and Libby was kind enough to come and see it. Actually, Michelle and Libby saw it first.
Yeah.
And then they let me know about it.
I thought about it, and I said, I know one that used to be.
Yeah.
And so we drove by, and it so happened the gentleman was there.
Open to it,
and
to the sale of it. So I think that's great. But before, because I'm looking at the time and I want to make sure, there was also something very important we wanted to talk about, circling back to the senior transition navigator, right? So, the parents, they're in the driver's seat, the seniors.
Right.
Okay. But then at this time of year, we have the adult children in for the holidays. And maybe they're looking at their parents thinking, gee, mom, dad, maybe you shouldn't be in this house. It looks like you're isolated or you're struggling or whatever. And sometimes the kids have the best intentions, but they kind of want to take over. What is your advice to that? Because I know that was very important.
Yes, it is, definitely, is that you have to communicate to the parent that they are still the parent and that they are in charge, and really and truly do what they're comfortable with, where they would be the most satisfied. And what I urge them to do is not wait till the children have to make the decision. Please, if you're thinking about it or your things are getting harder and harder for you, please go ahead and
pick up the phone and call you just to at least get that conversation going.
Yep.
That's the big thing.
That was going to be my advice too.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you were holding up your hand, so we only have a few seconds left. So what just to make sure we got it out. Okay, good.
I want to say, it's a hard transition, and we understand that, and it's very hard to accept that our life is changing like that. But it gets so much harder so quickly. Yeah, and that's what we've been noticing this year, that they. That kind of stress that selling your house and getting rid of things and all of that stuff creates in a human soul is very, very hard. So to do it even 2 months younger.
And that's what I love about the work that you ladies are doing. I only have a few seconds left. So I want to say that there are plenty of real estate teams that have cute names, and I think that's great. but you're an amazing resource for the seniors. It's not just a name.
Oh, no.
You have major solutions of all sorts for the seniors and their families to make life easy. So with that said, I want to say, ladies, thank you so much for being here. You guys are going to kill it in 2025. Yeah. And for everyone listening and watching, my name is Ellen Contreras, host of Treasure Coast Connector. I hope you have a safe, happy, wonderful new year. And until next time, I miss you already.